goodness, stupid YouTube actually did what it was supposed to do this time. I didn't have to ruin the beginning of this video saying that, but it was so unique that I ruined the beginning of this video saying that. Anybody out there? What's going on? Nobody's even out there today? What's going on? How come there's nobody out there? So we're gonna wait a couple of minutes. Where's Puppy? Puppy's over there. Where's Nala? Nala's looking for a chair. Let's see if anybody joins us tonight for a live opening of whatever this is. What do you think this is? What could this possibly be? Snob is out there. What does he think that he knows what this is? It's not a pizza. I know in Oklahoma this is probably what pizzas look like. It's not a pizza. This is what a New York pizza is shipped like, because it's that thin. DJ's out there. He might know what this is. Agrizer, welcome. Feels metal. Alright, we got a blade here. Don't get scared. It's just a razor blade. And I will jab onto it somewhere here. I think I did a pretty good job of cutting the side. Anyone? 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 Is there a piece of cardboard in here? Or is this thing a piece of cardboard? Oh, that's interesting. This packaging is a piece of cardboard. Oh, you don't know what it is still. Look at that. That's interesting. I've never seen this packaging before. It's like a piece of cardboard. As part, this envelope must have had a cardboard like glued into it or something. That's pretty interesting. All right, so you still don't know what it is. Magazine? No, it's a New York pizza. I already said that. Thank you. That's pretty cool. Boom. Time magazine from February 1989. Armed America. This one had gone to Pennsylvania, Hastings, Pennsylvania. Wonder if I can uncover that. What AK are we looking at here? Who knows what kind of AK this is? I mean, I can tell by looking at it. And then we got this AR. What does that AR say on it, though? Interesting. What a 1989 AR would be. It's pretty obvious what this thing is. Anyway, so I can't see the comments anymore. I think I see the comments when they go up, and then it disappears pretty quick. I think I mentioned this before when I got the other ones, but somebody had posted a bunch of these magazines from back in the day that were, in this case, bitching about guns in the United States after murderers and atrocities. I had gotten a couple that were like the origins of, I had some magazines already that were the origins of like the word suicide special. I have the origin of the world assault rifle, stuff like that. But these are more of responses to the atrocities at schools. Killer sprays a schoolyard. Oh, know what this one was? So this is the 1989. This is the assault weapons ban one. That's that asshole in California. Uh-oh. Thing for cigarettes. Are we allowed to talk about that? Oh, we can talk about cigarettes all we want. And sex. We just can't talk about guns. What do you think of these square body Fords? I think I used to like these Fords back in the day. I would have probably been looking at that white one back in the day. In 89? Yeah, I probably would have been looking at that white one. What is this? Japan's underground frontier. They figured that out. Pretty much everything in Japan is underground now. We know that. That definitely came true. There's 1989 Army. The camera is not showing. The camera quit? Did the camera shut off for real? Honda commercial. This thing's pretty bad. It's not anywhere near as bad as some of the magazines I've gotten. Waiting for the end. The Soviets in Kabul. the next missile silo. Where's that article? Oh, here it is. Oh, look at this. Is it still not showing? You're not getting any of this? None of this is coming through? Live chat. Snob says he can't see it. Agrizer says it's working. Street Sweeper. What we got? Street Sweeper. Bunch of fouls. An M1. Another M1. I don't know what that is. And shit, I want to say AK, but I don't think it is. What is that? And then it's a pretty nice gun shop, actually. Yeah, that's a really nice gun shop. You kidding me? Look at that gun shop. Look at that gun shop. That's a 1989 gun shop. Look at that. That's the one that's on the cover, so you know where they took their pictures for the cover at. This guy's holding an AR with a drum. It's a little car. There's a cop in there, of course. That's pretty sweet. The other arms race. America's streets became free fire zones as police, criminals, and terrified citizens wield more and ever deadlier guns. Deadly numbers. People killed by handguns in 1985. Canada, 5 people. Britain, 8 people. Japan, 46 people. United States, 8,000 people. Interesting. Japan, the size of one U.S. state. Britain, the size of a U.S. city. Canada, population of California-ish. It's a pretty interesting graphic, though. They should show, like, the amount of BS on my channel, the amount of BS on other gun channels, the amount of BS on this magazine. That would be a better label for that. Alright, this is the reason I bought it. Look at that. And look at that. How sweet is that? You can tell by the bayonet what this one is. They don't have the mag in there, but they got the bayonet on there. So I guess that asshole, a policeman displays the assault rifle used by the asshole 26, an embittered drifter, seemingly obsessed with war when he went to the elementary school in Stockton, California, killing 5 kids, wounding 30 before he fatally shot himself. Look at that. It says, weapons, AK-7 style rifle, 9mm pistol. You can't deny it. It says it right there in the magazine. 9mm pistol. The real evil. But it is shitty that, you know, some freaking weirdo did that. And then, this is the kind of stuff that happened afterwards. So this would have been point body armor back in the day. Running guns up the interstate. Well, let's look at this thing. Street favorites, assault weapons available over the counter. AK-47, $370. Look at that bayonet. They got to put a bayonet on the AK-47 because it makes it look even worse. It looks like fangs. You got your AR-15 with your 5-round magazine, but a 20 and a 30 are available. Civilian model of the M16 used in the Vietnams. You got your Tech 9. That's also $325. It's just the price of an AK-47, really. 36-round magazine. Oh, it doesn't say what calibers these are. And we could just have to guess what calibers these are. Mini 14, $469. A light weapon, often favored by hunters. And then you got your Uzi, which is, of course, the exact same size as a Mini 14 and an AR-15. These are to scale, and that's how big an Uzi is. 10 or 25 shots. A compact version carried by the Secret Service. Interesting. And they literally put 0 to 40 inches on here because they really thought that they put the Uzi in scale. So well done, Marty Cuts, because you suck at this, Marty Cuts. Cats, whatever your name is, you're an asshole. Given how big an Uzi is, we shall mock you for that. What should be done? The government should ban outright the import or sale of paramilitary weapons. Paramilitary? We don't get that one very often. That sounds like a Cuban communist in Red Dawn. A new federal law should replace widely varying state and local gun statutes and should require a buyer to provide detailed background information on pain of a felony charge for making false statements. The law should require a 2-week waiting period to allow time to check a buyer's background. It should also require that private transfers of guns be formalized by licensed gun dealers to maintain up-to-date records of actual ownership, which is called a registry. States should require licensing of all gun owners and should create data banks with information on everyone with a firearm so that his or her record can be investigated as easily as that of a licensed driver, because we all know that the government retains databases of information on licensed drivers. Whenever a licensed driver causes a crime, we immediately know who they are because they have a driver's license, and we solve the crime because we have a driver's license. There are no car crimes because of driver's licenses. Do you think they even called ceasefire to take this picture, or did the guy just walk down range? Wonder which bay he walked down range from. Can you figure out which bay he walked down range from? The guy with the hot dogs on his vest, you're right. Here we go. Here's a bunch of fucking shitty seed oil, and you should eat it because it's naturally 94% saturated free. There's no cholesterol. This is made out of seeds, so it's not going to make your arteries hard and narrow and inflame you, but have some flavor. It's a Marlboro country. This is what looks like when DJ and Snob are hanging out in the woods on horseback smoking Marlboros. Every president runs around because our presidents are so healthy. Alright, well that's the rest of those. I'll let you sit there. Don't get scared of that cover. I don't want you to be scared of that cover. How much time do we have before Gizzard? Moments. Mello left us. She's sick of this and she went inside. Does the audio pick up those flies getting creamed up there? Like that was another house or horsefly getting destroyed up there. My zapper does a good job on it. I got this one the other day. I haven't done a video on it, so I'm going to cram 2 into this video. So I heard about this. Where did I hear about this? I heard about this on a talk, in a conversation. I think it was on Alex Zuley's show from Indiana. The, why can't I think of it? I'll think of it when I'm not trying to think of it. But on his show, his podcast, he was talking to a guy, and I think they talked about this. So this is the story of Interarms. I got this from the Chicago Public Library. This was easier to get than a Glock. No, I mean a Glock was easier to get than this, I mean. They discarded it because even though they thought it was a gun, it turned out to just be a book, so they discarded it. But how many books do you have from the Chicago Public Library? So, from the cover here, Sam Cummings, president and sole owner of Interarms, is not a man given to boasting. So when he says he's had enough weapons in his warehouse to equip 40 U.S. divisions, his word should be taken in deadly earnest. Like many of his more flamboyant and less legitimate competitors in the arms trade, Cummings got his start with the CIA, where he was involved in planning to overthrow the government of Guatemala in 1954. Then he went into business for himself, and he is today the largest private arms merchant in the world. His only real competitors are governments, and over the past 30 years, let's see, He has supervised the rapid transformation of dozens of armies, insurgent groups, and from the age of the bolt-action rifle into the era of automatic rifles and missiles. Although he claims all responsibility for what he sells, he disclaims all responsibility for what he sells. Cummings is a prime mover in the senseless and dangerous overarming of the modern world. This book investigates the background and extraordinary business dealings of this charming but ruthless man. What emerges is a chilling picture of how the world really works. So it's got an AR-180 on the cover. I mean, come on. So what year is this? 1983 book. It's about 300 pages, 350 pages. So I don't know. I was halfway thinking about trying to read this like I tried to read some other books online, but we'll see. So let me know what you think. It's 7 o'clock, which means Gizzard will be going. He starts at 7, right? So that means Gizzard will be ready somewhere around 7:25 usually. Somewhere 7:35, somewhere in there is usually when he gets going. So you can go watch Gizzard now if you want. See ya.